What's your response to an ally, Ken Ackman, saying that? Will you do a 90-day pause? Would you consider that?
Or Bill, yeah, I think that the president is going to decide what the president's going to decide. There are more than 50 countries in negotiation with the president. We've got the Prime Minister of Israel coming today. We've had a reach out overnight from Taiwan. And but I would urge everyone, especially Bill, to ease off the rhetoric a little bit.
This is a video that changed the stock market. So how did Trump make the stock market go up and down? So at the beginning, the interviewer asked Mr. Hassis, hey, would you consider 90-day pause after commenting about Big Ackman, billionaire? Hey, so he said yes. So stock market thought, oh, that's a really good news, Now we have so many bad news that, any hint of good news make the stock market go up. So look at it. He said,
yeah,
yes.
I think that.
What do you think? Do you think President Trump, or he released it on purpose to see how the stock market gonna react? What do you think about it? Or is it just an accident? So comment down below. S&P 500 went up a lot, more than 2%. And after the comment, then after that, they denied the comment. Then after that, it went down. After that, it closed a little bit negative. So Nasdaq the same way went up, shot up over 2%, then went down, up, down, then closed a little bit positive. Dow Jones similarly went up, down, then after that closed a little bit of negative. So we're gonna look at Trump interview and how the tariffs negotiation are going on and how you can take advantage of this situation in case we have tariff trade deals that gonna probably pause or cancel on the tariff forever on some countries, may not be all countries. So let's look at this. So what did Trump answer during the interview? So I'm gonna talk about how you can take advantage of the stock markets in this situation.
To the markets today, and would you be open to a pause in tariffs to allow for negotiations?
Well, we're not looking at that. We have many countries that are coming to negotiate deals with us, and they're going to be fair deals, and in certain cases they're going to be paying substantial tariffs. There'll be fair deals. As you know, I spoke this morning with the Prime Minister of Japan, and we had a very good conversation. They're coming. And I said, one thing, you're going to have to open up your country, because we sold no cars, like 0 cars in Japan, and they sold millions of cars into our country.
Because Japan makes much better car than Americans, okay? And their cars are really can last a long time, and they are fuel efficient, and they cost less, right? And American cars, they are much bigger, and it costs lots of fuel. So Japanese, even if there are no tariff, and Japan doesn't have so much high tariff on America, even if there were no tariff, would Japanese choose to buy American cars? So that's a question. So if you want to be the leader in any products, you have to innovate and make it better and cheaper than everybody else, right? Because you're selling commodity. It's not like America's only sells cars, right? You can only buy cars from America. No, you can buy cars from everywhere: Japan, Germany, Italy, China, America, all over the world. Lots of car companies. So it's a commodity, right? So if you are selling commodities, you need to make it the best and the cheapest, right? What do you think? Comment. Do you think did President Trump make sense if they remove the tariff? Will Americans sell more cars? What do you think? Comment down below. Let's continue.
A little bit of it just to keep us slightly happy, but they don't take what they're supposed to be taking. So we have a great relationship with Japan. We're going to keep it that way, but they're coming in to meet, and other countries are coming in. With China, as you know, against my statement, they put a 34% tariff on above what their ridiculous tariffs were already. And I said, if that tariff isn't removed by tomorrow at 12 o'clock, we're putting a 50% tariff on above the tariffs that we put on. So they've gone for years. They've become a rich country because of people, again, that were in the White House that allowed this to happen. Hundreds of billions of dollars a year they'd make on us on trade, and it shouldn't be that way. And I have a great relationship with President Xi. I hope it's going to stay that way. I have great respect for China. But they can't do this with just, we're going to have one shot at this, and no other president's going to do this, what I'm doing. And I'll tell you what, it's an honor to do it because we have been just destroyed, what they've done to our system. You know, we have $36 trillion of debt for a reason. And the reason is that people allowed it to get that way. So we'll be talking to China. We'll be talking to a lot of different countries. And I think, you know, if we can make a really fair deal and a good deal for the United States, not a good deal for others. This is America first. It's now America first. And we didn't put America first. We put America last. The people that were in the Oval Office put America last, and we're not going to stand for it. Yeah.
Two questions. Do you expect any of these deals to be made before April 9th? And secondly, there have been some mixed messages from your administration. You're talking about negotiations, and yet others in your administration are saying that these tariffs are actually permanent. What is the action?
Well, they can both be true. There can be permanent tariffs, and there can also be negotiations, because there are things that we need beyond tariffs. We need open borders. You know, we almost had a deal with China where we're going to open up China. It was almost done. Some of you remember it during my first term, and it was very disappointing. We ended up making a great deal. $50 billion worth of product was sold. $50 billion. You'd like that in Israel. And I made that deal, but it wasn't the deal that I wanted. It was the deal that I wanted was that, plus they were going to open up China so that our companies could go into China and compete with other countries and China for the, you know, for a large number of people. And at the very end, that deal was terminated, and we went to a piece of the deal. And so there are a lot of things outside of tariffs, but tariffs are very important. But there are a lot of things like opening up countries that were totally closed. China is essentially a closed country. In fact, it is a closed country. And what they do is they charge tariffs so that if you sell cars or if you sell anything, nobody's going to buy it because the price is out of control. But that's true with a lot of other countries also. So we're going to get fair deals and good deals with every country. And if we don't, we're going to have nothing to do with them. They're not going to be allowed to participate in the United States.
So China is closed. Yes. It's true to some extent, like Facebook, Google, they could not operate in China. So we should be asking them to open the market for Facebook and Google, stuff like that, right? So, which is good. And also, so China has been buying American goods as well, but as not as much as that Americans like. So that's another issue that President Trump has with China, and also currency manipulations, right? And intellectual property theft. There are lots of things that China and US needs to negotiate. Lots of things. But do you think if we want to focus on China, Americans should only focus on China? Not that Americans is imposing tariffs on everybody, right? So that means that we are pushing Canada, EU close to China, and maybe other Japan, South Korea to China. What do you think? Do you think we should just focus on China and put a tariff for China, or is it a good idea to impose tariff for everybody? Comment down below. So how you can benefit from this situation, right? I made over 7,500 last month in March during this trade war period. So this is a very good time, if you are just starting out, whatever. And if you learn stock investing, call option, put option, advanced options, and that's what I did. I more than double my money within 6 months. So if you want to learn more, go to Master Rich Stock Option Crypto channel. Go to playlist. I teach about stock investing, option trading, and advanced option trading, and other investment education as well. If you want to open an account, get a free stock, whatever, then you can click the link in the YouTube description, comment down below as well. If you want to have a mentorship call, you can click the link down below as well. Share, subscribe. I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.